Hey there, and welcome to 2 Minute Watches. Today we've got the Citizen TSUYOSA in 37mm. So I think there's a long-awaited smaller version of the original 40mm TSUYOSA, which is very, very popular. I mean, it had a range of colours, particularly this kind of almost Tiffany blue, which was all the rage post-pandemic with the Rolex having their official one. This is more of it's still a bubblegum blue, sky baby blue maybe. It's got you can see there, it's a bit more of a it's a sunburst. I know the original Rolex has a kind of matte or enamel Tiffany blue, but still, I think it was a very popular, affordable option for those who were looking for that colour. Great in the summer, particularly like it. It's got the similar baton indices, Cyclops. I think even the minute and hour hands are quite similar, and so this was a very popular option at the time. So they've gone for a kind of a downsize of it to make it a bit more wearable, particularly for smaller wrists. It's basically similar in proportion. I think they really made the bracelet a lot smaller. You can see it's a lot thinner. You've got the bracelet with the polished and brushed links. Very nice. I think at this price point, in the £200 to £300 range, it's a pretty solid bracelet. It's better than what Seiko usually produce, which is strange because I think Seiko owns Citizen. I'll have to fact check that. I think that's right. And you've got the crown at the 4 o'clock. I think they made it a bit. It sticks out a bit more. I don't know whether it's because the watch is smaller, but it definitely it seemed a bit easier to grab. It was really difficult to grab the one on the 40mm version. It was a bit of a struggle to use it. So that's the case back. So you've got a nice display case back, which is good because obviously a lot of people who buy watches at this price range, this might be their one and only watch, or they're just kind of getting into it. It's pleasant to see it with gold rotor as well, signed with Citizen. So a lot going on here. It's the same 8210 caliber as the 40mm variant. 42 hours power reserve running at 3 hertz. So they've managed to keep the same movement. So I'm not sure what the rest of the casing was for before. I'm not sure why they needed an extra bit, but I guess it's probably a bit less of the case to go around. You've got a signed clasp there with criticism. A lot of people say, they want a milled clasp. Stamped clasp is cheap, but I would say there are different standards of stamped clasp. Like this is actually although it is stamped, it's quite well made. It's quite thick. I've seen some very flimsy looking ones, and although this is kind of on the thin side, it does feel more heavy duty than the rest, and feels good on the wrist. So I wouldn't knock it too much. Here we have the wrist shot. So this is one of the main things we want to work out. Where I've got very slim wrists, 6.2 inches roughly, and here this is where the 37mm works very well. You can see there is a lot less overhang. There is going to be a bit of trickiness because of the bulk of the display case, which makes the kind of watch head kind of raise up a little bit, but because of the 37mm case size, makes it very wearable and doesn't hang over the edge like the previous does. And integrated bracelet does kind of protrude a little bit, but because I think of the way the bracelet has those round links, it really helps to go fold around the edge of my wrist there. So very wearable. Definitely give this one a go if you had the previous version like I did. This is a much more comfortable looking version and would suit. So yeah, thanks for watching.